Hey, I doubt there's really anyone here. I just realized I have a mic. Let me go get it 1 second. Sorry for that noise. It seems to be quieter than just talking without the mic. So I think I'm gonna remove it. Yeah. It's louder without it. So I don't know. I don't need to modify anything. So I'm basically going to be reading r/nosleep, and this weird look to it is literally me sticking a sticker onto the camera because I don't want to show me because I'm not. My hair and my face just not pretty right now because I look like I just woke up because I didn't do anything. Change it so. This is so annoying. The way this just looks is just not good. You know, who cares, I guess. But I should at least see if it's still streaming as I do this. So let me adjust things. I should have had a story already, but I didn't. Okay, I'm not gonna read this story just because, like, I know I'm not gonna get monetized in either way, but just I don't want to read the story just in case. But basically, the title of the story is "I started after my first orgasm." Update or masturbation does not cause shape shifting. I don't know what that means or what. I'm trying to find something not too long. Well, I guess I'm reading this one. I don't know why, but it's like acting super strange, and I hate. I found a horrifying diary entry of my uncle. I was exploring my grandfather's house in my summer break. I can cross this person doesn't know how to spell or just like doesn't know proper English, but like not gonna like hate on you because like neither do I. I can cross across I'm just gonna read it the way it's supposed to be read. Like I came across an old diary. The diary was unnamed, and I didn't recognize the handwriting. The entry seemed normal till I read the last one, which had the strangest beginning and the most terrifying ending I've ever heard. Here is the entry. Dear Diary, I am sorry I watched helplessly. There was a dark red color. I've never seen this word. Obscuring the white of his eyes. His body seemed with the rage. He portrayed firmness in his stance. His head remained still as the calm ocean, and his unwavering hand stabbed the lifeless body lying in front of him repeatedly. I watched helplessly as the blunt knife pierced grabs holes in the torso of the body. Wait, I didn't even see how long this was. Oh, it's not too long. Okay. I observed helplessly as the monster gazed at the flowing blood fellow. This is another I can't read on the weekends, but except it's Monday, so it's not the weekends. It's just me not knowing how to read, even though I can read. And continued stabbing vigorously. I sunk into his monstrous eyes as I desperately searched for a drop of mercy, and yet all I could see in those dark red abyss is fury. I had known the killer for as long as I can remember. He shared a deep and intimate relationship with each other. It was this impossible for me to overlook the signs of a monster he was nurturing. I first noticed it when I learned it about his violent behavior with his friends during an argument about the best cricket team. What? A cricket team? What is, if people actually watch this, you guys should notify me what that is, because if it's spelled like a cricket or but when I see the word cricket spelled, I think of the phone. So I don't know. When he failed in convincing his friend to agree with him, in a fit of rage, he lunged towards him, grabbed him by his neck. The friend could only squeal for help, and had it not been for the surrounding people, the killer would have claimed his first kill long ago. He was, however, speared on the ground of his history filled with something with why can't I okay, whatever, during something deeds, I quit. I found him 1 second. I found him to seek help as the signs grew more eventist. Dope. Evented? It's spelled vented. So, vigorously in nature, he soon lost his job for a hungry monster. He lost a few friends for a hungry monster. In a way, lost himself to the hungry monster on my instant. Again, this person just doesn't know how to spell it. That's my excuse, because I'm not linking anything. I'm trying to test something. I don't know if it is the words I am speaking, but the sound is lower and then higher and then lower and then I can't tell. Okay. I have lost my spot. He tried seeking help for the priestess, who murmured to a bunch of meaningless words and reinterpretation. I don't know. I What is that? Oh, it's a timer. I just saw numbers and I didn't know what it was. I should start taking meds because I have ADHD. I don't know if I don't know if I've already. I don't think I already said it, but I think I may have said. You know, let's not let this. I think there was a little anybody could do to contain the monster that had been nurtured by hatred for years. Seeing no effect on his behavior, I started disorienting, socializing myself from him. I tried hard to convince myself I never knew the man, that I had no relation with me, and this no responsibility in any of his forthcoming actions. It was very hard given the relations we had for years. I felt a sense of responsibility and infirmity with him. Okay, I need like so I think the last time I was reading on the floor because my neck starts to kill me after a while. So give me a second. I have to sit on my where was I? He was all I had in my childhood and all I had now. During my adult days, I nevertheless had to let go. It took some time, but eventually convinced myself it was pointless though. What it knew it was pointless though? Detaching from him, I could still carry the same guilt and bear the same punishment as he does. Only my consequence could be cleaner. All the lead to yesterday, I had watched helpless as he kills his first victim. Yesterday, when I watched helplessly with absolute certainty that this was the only and in I lost my spot because I had to move and I'm just terrible at reading, but I want this to be something I do. So maybe I can read, but I can't sometimes. And I don't know. I think it's the pressure of the camera because I've never had this issue. I only have this issue when yeah, so what has to come? I think that's where I was. Yesterday when I watched helplessly with no doubt in my mind that the monster would grow till it consumed the entirety of him. Yesterday, when I watched my own hands pierce the fragile body of a young woman lying helplessly, just as I was. Oh, wait, I think I just got it. Okay, yesterday when I watched my own hands pierce the fragile body of a young woman lying helplessly, I was just as I was, Wait, so was he this person that he had been watching? That's kind of crazy. Wait. Only when I asked about it did my parents tell me about my uncle who had who had been convicted for murder of his teenage. They should have put just put should put they should have just put teens. Um I personally feel terrified when I picture myself losing control of my own body and watching helplessly as I commit a murder with no one to believe I didn't do it. Whoa. Okay. I would like to think he was suffering from a mental disorder because the I see this word, I just never read it. Ventil okay, I can just need to like put it together. Whatever, who cares? A real monster was within him creeping me out. No one's been watching this whole time, so I don't think it matters if I'm right. Why? Leave me alone. Okay. Okay. These like stories like so long. I want something to just like catch me. Like I want to read something and like the title, and I want it to drag me into reading it. Child abuse. I'm not gonna read a story about child abuse. Just because I won't sleep. I sell blood for a living. My most recent buyer is a little too tempering. What? I don't want to read it, but like I've already read the title. Doorways, Shadows of the Eyes. I adopted a dog from a local pound. He's acting strange. Part 2. Still stuck. Be careful. That's just like the name. I don't think my dog is really a dog. Okay, no, that one's like that one really does. Like I have to click on it. Oh, this one's very long though. Let's see if I can do this. I'm already live streaming, so like I'm certainly hiding in my closet, shaking in fear. I'm typing this on my phone, so I'm sorry if this is formatting issue or grammar, but I don't really give a F right now. In case I don't make an update in this post, please report this to the authorities or anyone, please. I don't know what to effing do. Why is he on Reddit? Is my question. Okay. During April, that's when my birthday is, 420. Of 2018, so a year ago from now, like almost a year ago from now, I adopted a 5-month-old puppy from the pound. I was so lucky enough to get her out of that, I'm just saying, hellhole, and into my loving home. She was a border collie mix, and her name was Nellie. I don't know what the F happened to her, but what I have now is not my dog. Hux. She was a timid little pup when I first took her home. I remember she was inside for at least 5 minutes before she peed on my carpet, and I could only laugh and kiss her because I was so happy. She slept in my bed that night, and many nights to come. She weighed maybe 6 to 7 kilometers. Kilometers? That's not correct. I literally can't remember what it is. A KGS. Let's just say like pounds, cause like I don't even like wanna whatever. I think it is kind of pounds. Um, is it pounds? Isn't it different? Like I don't. I should stop thinking. I first picked her when I first picked her up. The mornings that followed were amazing. The first time since I graduated high school, I was over the moon. Every day when I got home from work, she would rush to greet me with her leading dingling from her mouth. Her leak. Oh, her lead. Her leash lead dingling from her mouth. Her tail waggling wildly, she absolutely loved to grab the newspaper from the mailbox with me. She was also a awesome chick magnet, but that's besides the point. She loved my neighbor, the nice man Paul, whose wife had recently passed away from breast cancer, who was an old gentleman, well into his 50s and never looked at the day over 40. He liked to throw barbecues for a few neighbors, and we had our own little ritual company. He always, I lost it, made an effort, so we all returned the favor with bringing food and beer. Things began to change in December of 2018. So this had to be written like recently, because that was like, so it's about to be, wait, let's say it's like 5 months ago, because like I literally don't know my times, or just don't want to count, because I don't just know it by heart. um it scared me because like the screen went dark, but it's just because I'm using a Chromebook, which means it's touchscreen, and I'm getting sick of clicking. So in the early hours of the morning on the 5th, I believe, Ellie woke up, grabbed my glasses from the bedside table, and flicked on the lamp. She was. Wait, what? She woke up, grabbed his glasses, then turned on the lamp. She was stood about a meter from the door, pointing right at it. I could see a low growl pointing at it. I'm guessing like with her nose. Okay. Maybe because lamps is one of those like clicky ones where you just like have the button. So like on the floor though. You know what I mean? Curiously, I got out of bed and opened the door. To surprise her, where there was nothing there. I thought there would that would be the I thought that would be the end of it. A few more days passed, and on the 9th, it happened again. Early morning, pointed at the door. This continued for a week. I believe this was when Nelly's disappeared at about 2 a.m. on the 21st. Nellie me up and wanted to go outside. She would do this once every few weeks, so it was nothing out of the ordinary. She would wake up by licking my she would wake me up by licking my face, then stay down. Oh wait, slump. I hate this. What is that? Oh, it's my necklace. Okay. There's just this clicking. Sorry, it's because I thought like it was placed differently. but like it's not. I put it there. But like my necklace, I have my fan on. I should turn it off, but I don't want to. So let's continue. Where was I? Behind and lay down in the front of my door if I wouldn't get up. Behind my backyard is a forest that extends for miles. Sometimes Nellie liked to hunt down bunnies and possums when she could go for a walk through the woods. When I let her out that night, she walked about 5 meters before the tree line. I watched her pee and she started her way back to home. This is when things didn't go exactly as planned. She must have heard something because she whipped around, pointed at the tree, and growled. I thought it might have been a rabbit, but now it thinking back on it now, it was probably something much worse. I kind of like scare. Like she barked, then made a beeline for the tree. She disappeared into the thickness. I heard more barking than nothing. Absolutely silence. I was about to grab a torch and put on my red band, but then a tree started ruffling. There was no wind. So this guy's okay. So if I'm correct, this like at the beginning of this like story, this guy is in his closet. So in typing this, so there's like, and there is no grammatic, like there's no errors, just so you know, none. So there was no wind. Where was it? There was no wind. It was distinct to say the least. Then they stopped. I called out her name and waited. About a minute later, she like wandered out of the trees and back inside. I thought nothing of it and promptly went back to sleep. I should have thought about it. As a month continued, things got weird. She stopped wanting to go for walks. She cut back on her food and began to get skinnier. I decided to change up her diet from dog biscuits to meat. She liked that. Really liked that. Sometimes she would run off into the woods, go hunting for rabbits or anything she would get her paws on. She can get her paws on. I can't read, you know. Um, I also noticed she began to get bigger, not fat bigger, because she got bigger. It looked like she got a duck toy. My foot fell asleep. Because she got skinnier. I skipped like a whole line. And she stopped playing with her toys. That weirded me out, mostly because her beloved Squinky Ducky toy I got her the same day she came home was always with her inside the house. Now it lied gathering dust in the corner of my room. She began to show a liking to barbecue get-togethers would throw. I liked too much. What? A little too much. Honestly, that would have been a warning sign. The day was the 26th of February 1919. Okay, 2019. In the following weeks, people unfortunately died. Okay, I think I know where this is going. It was small to begin with. That makes a sound better than it was. Old people died first. As sad as it sounded, we all thought it was because of old age. Then we got detailed, horrifying details. They were murdered violently and bloody murders. We were absolutely, I don't want to cuss, scared. Then Paul and I started communicating a lot more. Then we used to we text every hour or so just to check in, and maybe a phone call or two. He told me I should keep the key for my gun safe in a lock in case of an emergency. I listened. I listened because I trusted him. I listened because he was the one of my only friends. This brings us to tonight, March 24th. I awoke to the sound of gunfire. I rushed over to my curtains and yanked them open. Paul's house was on fire. I immediately rushed to put some thick clothes and grabbed my flashlight, my phone. Oh, 111. Not 911. 111. Isn't that for I want to say it's Britain, but isn't Britain 999 or something like that? Oh, okay. So this laptop is like about to die. Who cares? Not who cares. I'll do it in a minute. Because it'll last for a little longer. I immediately rushed to put some thick clothes. Okay, I already for a fire truck. At the time, I didn't notice my bedroom door was open. Then I clearly remembered closing it before. When I went to bed that night, nor did I notice Nellie was missing. I yanked open my back door and froze as I, amid the bright fire of, so I stood at tall and lanky, completely black with white highlights over its body. Eyes were almost glowing red. Its claws were massive. Sadly, one set was clearly promptly through Paul's chest. I actually don't know. It felt like so long ago, even though it was only an hour ago. I couldn't feel a thing. I couldn't even feel the flashlight grip through my hand. I landed heavily on the concrete ground of my back porch, whatever, patio, not porch. I immediately realized my mistake. I saw it look at me. It looked at me deep in the eye. I saw her, my sweet girl, my Nellie. Or more rather, what was pretending to be Nellie. It dropped Paul to the ground and terrifyingly reared its head into the air, howling deeply. Howling deeply. It sounded like a. Okay, what? It does it all the time? How does this, like. So, I don't know. I lost, like, a watch of mine a long time ago. And, like, I just want to say that I don't know how it has battery to be beeping every single day for, like, a year. And I'm just like, I think I might have just found it because I'm lazy. I'm just like lazy apparently. I found my wand though, so like, who cares? Let's just close the drawer and maybe I won't hear it. I just know it's in that drawer. It dropped Paul to the ground terrifyingly. Okay, howl. No, I think that, yeah, it sounded like a mix of both in of absolute pain and what I could only describe as a lipid howl from prisoners of Azkaban. That was the only motion I needed to run. I hold it. It's missing a word, but they ran into my bedroom and dived into my closet and shut the door. I covered my face in a dirty washing and stayed still. It felt like I laid there for a few million years. It walked to more rather, sculled more rather. Oh, it walked or sculpted more rather into my room. I heard its claws chattering um across the hardwood floor before stopping. I couldn't see a effing thing, but I heard it howl once again before it sounded like it tore my bed in bits. I'm like skipping words just because, like, I don't know if you can tell. Because it's just cuss words. I heard glass smash, a hard object con let's say hit the wall. With then nothing. Complete silence once again. Then I heard scolting off and leave the room, probably to finish eating my friend. It's now 7 a.m. I could hear sirens open sirens outside, but I am too afraid to leave the list that things is waiting for that. I'm too afraid to leave lest I think this is the grammatical. I don't think this is a word. That thing is waiting for me on the other side of the door. The inky thing I could do for the last few moments to was type out and do research, and it didn't make sense. I googled everything I remembered about that thing, and I got the result that I'm fairly certain it what it is. And okay, I got the result that I'm fairly certain is what it is. It didn't make effing sense. It didn't make sense. I don't know why I keep like forgetting to just skip the word. I read pages once. Why are my feet so like dead? Okay, 1 second. I was bending, so like maybe just like blood circulation was not. Okay, I read pages among this thing, looking at artwork, folklore, everything. It doesn't make sense. The research says the location of the creature is found in the United States, exactly on Native American land. So what is it? Oh my god. Okay, I know what this is. Okay, I kind of got excited once I read the word without even. So what in the living is a god. I'm just gonna say goddamn Wendigo doing in New Zealand. Let's just say New Zealand, cause like it's a Wendigo. It was a Wendigo. I'm noticing that like the sticker is starting to look like it's just me holding my finger over the thing. That's insane to me. And like it's almost an hour, and that took me to read like almost like more than half an hour, but like still. So like that's fine. I think I'm gonna go here just cause yeah. And I'm gonna send this link to my friend just cause like she would like it. So if you guys like want me to read some certain type of stories, just like send them to me or something. Or put them in the description. Or like not the description, comments. I don't know. I'm leaving. Bye. Yeah.